hello Galactic family. The essence of what everyone must manufacture is the value of self. Hey, if my body manifested sickness, it can manifest wellness as well. Whose limitation and whose decree of illness am I going to accept? You have stored within you an abundance of magnificent knowledge. You are the key to the living library, and you are what everyone is after, to some extent. It is a very interesting process that humans are involved with. Using your imagination, you can send a message to your brain and intend that the neurons connected to the area of imagination become more finely united. However, your toes have the same ability to carry the signal of imaging as your brain, because every cell in your body is composed of exactly the same substances, no matter where it is located. Each cell has the same potential to produce knowledge, and your cells are waiting for you to direct them. When you allow society, family, and education to direct your beliefs, and you let guilt and shoulds permeate your field, these are the programs to which your body responds. Your planet is going to survive its transmutation process as you recognize the power of imagination, which is tied very closely to memory. Imagination acts as a movie screen in your mind that holds images and creates blueprints of consciousness. Your body is filled with memories of different worlds, as well as different time frames from the now you perceive. As Earth evolves, you will become capable of pulling up these concepts and blueprints and finding the teachings in their purpose, as well as their significance to your now, based on what you know. Bringing memories of other times and places into your current reality unifies the significance of your life. It creates a healing by helping you understand the purpose of self-inflicted wounds. One of the most important keys we can give you is this: love yourself, honor the vehicle that you occupy, and act as if you are priceless. Act as if you lucked out and received the best thing possible, your body. Honor Earth as well with love and respect, for it is here, on Earth, that you stage your fanciful dramas. Love yourself and Earth to your ride through the universe, and your journey will be lighter. Your body is going to demonstrate absolutely miraculous abilities. Your sensitivities will develop to such a degree that smells and scents will have greater impact on your moods, emotions, and general sense of well-being. You will say, "I found that when I sprinkle this herb on my food, or when I have this smell in my house, I have more energy. And when I use this one, I am quieter." Learn how to use the plants around you that are gifts from the living library. A tremendous and radical change is taking place within your physical body, and we cannot emphasize this enough. You are each guided, so to avoid burnout, listen to what's inside you. Too much new information too quickly, without your taking the time to slow down and integrate it, can lead to overload for your adjusting psyche. When you drive a car, you don't always drive it fast. You speed up, you put the brakes on, you stop at lights, you turn, you move at different paces. It is the same thing with energy. There are points of acceleration and points of slow down. This way, the body builds slowly. Imagine you were a hairdryer and you spent a large majority of your time with your cord wrapped up in a little bag on a shelf. Then came the peak experience in your life you were plugged in and used every day. If you were the hairdryer, you would feel you were no longer alone. You would say, "Something has happened to my identity here. Wow! I'm on." As a human being, you are similar. You get plugged in, and suddenly something happens, so you must incorporate what happens. We liken the energy that runs through you to the electrical current that runs through the hairdryer, making it more than simply an object, making it a useful object. This is a very simple example, and it gives you an image of yourself. You can be switched on so that the current of life takes you to your purpose. It is essential that you understand your body and that you are not ashamed of what your body does. What you do with your body is another story, however. There is a grand dignity to the physical form. Be generous in your body grace. If you are uncomfortable with what we are saying, then examine how much you love yourself and where dislike and shame of your physical body comes from. There is nothing wrong with the body. The modern concept of the Barbie doll, as a perfected female form, contributes to hatred of the female body if the body does not conform to that mold. All images, from the simplest toys to the most complex computers, affect your perceptions about yourself. Often women who conform to the Barbie doll mold have to force and restrict themselves to duplicate the desired and approved shape, reducing their freedom of choice. The human body has all shapes and sizes, and all kinds of expression. You can tell that variety is important on the planet by looking at the variety of faces. If you were all meant to be molded into one kind, there would only be a limited number of faces that would be available as model types. For eons, you as a human being forgot who you were. You took on shame about your body and your body's functions. There has been little encouragement for you to acknowledge the very functions of your body. We often compare your use of your body to having a car, about which someone says, "Don't ever use the trunk. It is a really bad place. Don't open that trunk, don't use it, don't put anything in it. It is there, but don't touch it." Do you see the analogy? It is ridiculous. Sex in 3D can provide the energy through which you can emerge to higher consciousness. It can lead to an essential part of your multidimensional development. Sometimes, it is difficult to hear about sex because you hold on to judgment of traumatic events that you are ashamed of or that you feel bad about surrounding your sexuality. Everyone has something stored away concerning the sexual part of themselves. To a large degree, there has been a plan to influence you to feel shame about sexuality and your body. This has kept you from discovering your power, purpose, bliss, and freedom. As your body takes on and integrates the new energy, memory will be awakened in you. Cosmic memories, as well as memories of this lifetime, offer an unfolding of who you have been in galactic history. It is important for you to have room to remember. Some of you think, "Oh, well, I'll put some music on in the car and I'll drive someplace and practice remembering." Leave a space for memory to come into. Utilizing nature is one of the best ways to get in touch with remembering. Sitting out in nature, watching nature, being in idleness, being in the now and letting the now expand into the ongoing, spontaneous, synchronistic moment, the ever-expanding now. Nature teaches you through the calling of birds, the beat of butterfly wings, the symphony of crickets and frogs, the camel's bray, and the smell of desert dust and fresh spring rain. All of these things trigger memories if you take the time to let the sounds and smells penetrate your physical being. Activating memory involves disengaging yourself from all the shoulds you have piled up for yourself. Are you busy running nowhere? Do you truly lead the most meaningful life that you can? Do you await the approval of others, forever a shadow of the power of radiating your truth? Please, do not hide from yourself or others. Live. Why are we telling you all this? We are intending to activate cellular memory inside of you. Before you come into the body, certain memories are made available and stored genetically within you. One day you will figure out how this is done and understand that you are worked on when you sleep. Often you feel these rushes or zoomings of electrical pulsation through your body. These are memory inserts being put in you to prepare you for your next adventure. Please understand that there is little difference between a memory insert experience and an actual life experience, because reality is very constructible. Reality is not designed to be gone. Realities and cultures can be recreated over and over again. If you are a newly born soul and feel that you have missed out on all the juicy happenings in the universe, you can have memory inserts. You can create places for yourself within cultures without overpopulating them. For example, everyone wants to have been Egyptian or Maya, and there was only room for so many. Yet, you all can have memories constructed of those cultures. You can become a part of them because, with the memory constructed for you, you can build another Mayan culture on top of the other one. This concept gives you a clue about the flexibility of your reality. Memory is like a pool or a mirror inside your body, and it needs to be replenished and refreshed with the reflecting ability of water. Water is what enhances memory in the physical body. Kundalini fires the codes, activating the light-encoded filaments and bringing them into light. These tiny fibers are filled with information, and Kundalini moving through your body gives you the opportunity to own your memories. Many of you are experiencing deep memories of manipulation, perhaps painful recollections of being eaten by reptiles, or mating with reptiles, or of genetic experimentation. Even if you did not experience a specific thing, in your blood you have filaments that carry the entire history of all things. How to get those filaments to hook up to give you a viable movie is another story. You know what movie film looks like? It is made up of little squares or frames. You're like a big movie, cut and separated frame by frame, so that each part of you is disconnected from all the others. As we work with you, the energy that we bring to you reorganizes those tiny clips of film. This brings a story together inside of you that is personal, planetary, and galactic. All of you are here to look into the dark, because in the dark you will find both the light and the reason the light is returning. You cannot simply go toward the light and say, "Hey, darkness is bad. It is negative. I don't want to see." Be open to what you do not want to see. Keep your heart open, and trust that the pain you may experience needs to be explored so that it can be released after being processed on a memory level. You are at the time when memories are floating to the surface, coming from deep recesses. These memories can bring emotional responses. Whatever you see needs to be looked at. It is you. Accept it and say, "Aha! Based on what I know, and on the preparation of my consciousness, I can look at this and see that it was a misuse of energy. That is all right. I will transmute it. I will turn it into something of joy.